Welcome to Canterbury Life. I'm your host, Annie Roach. We're going to meet some amazing people in your community today. And we're going to meet Annalee McLeod, who's with the Epilepsy New Zealand website she has got, but she's also got some wonderful things to share with us a bit later on. We're also going to meet an amazing, unique artist as well. But before we meet that lovely Henry, we're going to meet Senior Sergeant Philip Dean. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's actually nice to hear a voice from the East, because you actually work in the heart of the East, don't you?
Yeah, I'm the Community Services Manager for Eastern Christchurch, so I cover everything from Northern Christchurch and Eastern Christchurch right through to Littleton.
That's actually quite a wide area, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a wide area. The Christchurch is split in half. My counterpart works on the eastern side or eastern southern parts of Christchurch. We do all the community side of policing function.
Well, you must see a lot of things, and I'm sure that on a daily basis you're not just dealing with one thing, you're probably dealing with several things all at the same time. Would I be right?
Yeah, sure.
About that?
Look, each community that is in the area that I cover is slightly different. They all have their own challenges. Particularly if you look around the New Brighton and the Aranui areas, compared them to the Fendletons and the Ilam areas. I mean, they're both within my area, so they're very different sort of problems in those areas.
So would one of the things that you would consider important would be to get to know, you know, those close communities, each, as you say, being different, and see what, you know, some of the concerns that are coming through each one there? Oh,
very much so. In fact, you've hit the nail on the head. As community police officers, our whole objective is to work with the community. The police only have one part of the equation in terms of resolving any problems that are in the area. So we work very closely with communities to activate the community so they can help themselves to resolve problems.
Right, so you're talking about empowering, not a them and us situation, aren't you? You're talking about working alongside people to give them the confidence to put some skills into action.
Yeah, definitely, and a really good example of that is the New Brighton Community Safety Partnership that we've set up, which is a whole lot of community groups that have come together. And together we're working on ways that we can improve the environment around the New Brighton central business district, rather. When you say environment, do you mean in terms of people? Yeah, well, look, it's not only the physical environment; it's the people as well. We have offenders who live in the area. We have victims who live in the area, and the location itself are the three ways that we can look at any problem. That actually comes to a really good point about victims. When I think about that, I hear people talk about their stories, things that they've been through, and having the confidence to actually even talk to somebody else about things like burglary, violence in the community, and things like alcohol being associated. Yeah. I mean, there are three things, but do you think they're quite connected? Look, alcohol plays a big part in offending across the whole gambit of all offending. The majority of people that are arrested on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights are suffering from the effects of alcohol. Now, dishonesty offending, such as burglary, as you mentioned, is linked with drug and alcohol abuse. So the burglaries are to fund the alcohol and drug abuse. Yeah, that's what you're. Yeah, one thing leads to another. One thing leads to another. And one of the things that's emerging at the moment is that the psychoactive substances that we've got, the so-called legal highs, are fueling a lot of our burglaries within the eastern suburbs. So the so-called legal high isn't anywhere near better than the illegal one. Oh, I mean, what's the difference, really? That's probably a question for the Ministry of Health more than police. They are legal highs. They do cause a problem within our community. Yes. As does alcohol. And you've seen the results of both. Yeah, I look not only in terms of increases in burglary, but also in terms of increases in violence in the immediate vicinity around where these products are sold. Well, I mean, with things like burglary, if I just think about, the after effects are awful and people just seem to continue suffering. But before those sorts of things take place, I mean, I know myself, before I leave the house, I can put my laptop and hide it under the couch. I can
take things away that aren't visible from the outside. I know of a few things that I can do that don't cost me anything at that stage, but you can't exactly hide violence under the couch, can you? I mean, how do you deal with these different things and sort of skilling people to feel confident to take some action in these? I mean, these are different areas, and I know that you must have to treat them very differently.
Look, you can live in a house which is entirely safe. All you need is to make your house out of cast iron and put a moat around it and live miles away from anybody else.
Yeah, and I'm sure some people have imagined doing that.
But the reality of it is that we, in our homes, we don't want to live that way. So there are some things that in your house that you can do to just reduce yourself of becoming a victim of burglary. We like to call it the learn to stop burglary. Learn, L-E-A-R-N, L, lock it. Use good quality locks to lock your house. The E is to know your environment, both within your local environment, also around your house. The A is avoid advertising, just as you mentioned. When you leave, just if you can avoid having things advertised in your house, then it's going to help. The R is to record it and mark it, and let it be known that the items in your house have been recorded. And also neighbours. The biggest thing that you can do to help yourself to prevent burglary is to join a neighbourhood watch network.
Right. I mean, we often hear about Neighbourhood Watch. We've seen the movies of it. Do you think it's as valuable as making a big difference in the community? Do you think it is like now in 2014?
In 2014, Neighbourhood Watch is very different to what it was when it first started. It's all about networking. It's about sharing the message. But in Christchurch, we have. It's about just being connected with each other, connected with the other people within your street.
Is that one of the roles you value, connecting people in that way?
Oh, absolutely. I see that as being one of the key parts of my role.
So you're right in there. Thank you. I think you're a hero.
Oh, thank you.
But if you want to be a purple hero, well, you can be one. We'll find out after this break.
Hi, I'm Jude Kirk. Make sure you're watching me weekdays at 5:30 for Let's Go Shopping.
Hurst Auto Dismantlers, your one-stop shop for all your mechanical and car part needs. Our huge premises boasts a large selection of mechanical parts, panels, tyres and glass. Most makes and models are available on site, and if we don't have it, our trusted staff will do their best to source what you need locally and nationwide. So come in and see the team, or just give us a call and save time and money. Hurst Auto Dismantlers, 343 0099.
My son's helped me greatly with my independence now that I've got more mobility.
Mum, I've been looking into stand assist chairs from More Mobility. They recline back with a footrest, then when you want to get out of them, they stand you up. You can even sleep on them. More Mobility can bring one out for a free trial. There's even electric beds too. What do you think? For more range and more expert advice, see More Mobility, corner Clarence and Princess Streets off Blenheim Road.
What a difference more mobility makes.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, the naturopath here at Staywell Pharmacy. Working with the pharmacist, I use herbal and nutritional medicine to recommend natural alternatives for your health. This can be to counteract any side effects of your medication, general health advice, or natural options for you and your family. I'm also available for consultations. So come in and see us at Staywell Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road, Hornby. Staywell Pharmacy, live well, stay well.
Hi, I'm Steve and welcome to Carpet Kingdom. At Carpet Kingdom we stock a massive range of carpets and we're also the largest vinyl stockist in the South Island. And not only do we have an excellent range in store, but you can purchase our stock online. We offer free measure and quotes, we have our own installation team, we ship nationwide, so come on down and see us at Carpet Kingdom, 312 Wilsons Road in Waltham, just off Brougham Street, or visit us online at carpetkingdom.co.nz.
Be immersed in the unique cultural highlights Germany has to offer every Tuesday night with Discover Germany. Tuesday at 7 p.m, right here on CTV.
Welcome back. We've got a lovely guest, Anna-Lee. You are from Epilepsy New Zealand, aren't you?
Yes, from the Canterbury branch, yeah.
Have you been there very long, or is this a recent appointment?
It's quite recent. I just started last year in August.
Oh, that is recent.
Yeah, it is.
I did actually look up the website, and the first thing I saw was just this mass of purple, and I did this especially for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you could see that you are definitely supported here.
Yeah, that's great.
And you coming in today is highlighting the fact that it is Purple Day tomorrow, Purple Hero Day.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's exciting and it's important, but it's important to you. It actually holds a place in your heart, doesn't it, for the community, doing this day, this appeal for tomorrow. Can you just tell me something that you yourself, working for Epilepsy New Zealand, that you're excited about being a part of that for a start, and what it means to be a part of the Purple Day?
Well, yeah, I'm just excited for people to raise some awareness about it. Yeah, yeah. It's, a lot of people don't know much about epilepsy, and I think Purple Day is important for the people who live with epilepsy, that awareness is raised, yeah, and that sort of myths are dispelled and that kind of thing, because obviously it's a neurological condition and anyone can get it, so any one of us can, which, yeah.
Well, I was amazed that it said, in the website itself, it actually said common neurological disorder. And I thought, common, and it said 1 in 50 people. Is that just in New Zealand, 1 in 50?
Yeah, it affects 1 to 2% of the population in New Zealand. Yeah, so it is more common than people realise. Yeah.
Well, why did you yourself get interested in the whole topic of epilepsy to start off with? Where did that come from?
I think I was just interested in helping people, and yeah, I really like working in the community, and I used to work in places where people do have seizures, and yeah, I wanted to learn more about it and help other people who live with it.
So you've worked in health, and you've worked a lot in the community, so that those two things must have been a wonderful offering for Epilepsy New Zealand. They must have been thrilled to meet you, because as I was reading it, you said you wanted to work alongside people and that you offer things for families and individuals. And that actually engaged me, because I thought, imagine if you had epilepsy and you felt that you couldn't find the support you were looking for, and maybe some people have the joy of having their family to support them and to learn along with them. But what about the people who perhaps are on their own and maybe don't have that support? And I think if it was me, I might be thinking, look, I've already got a bit of a degree in epilepsy, thanks very much, but some support would be nice. What would give those people the confidence to ask for some support from somebody like you who's a field officer?
Well, just maybe making them realise that a lot of other people actually have it as well, and that there is other people out there they can talk to.
So understanding and awareness are some things that you would offer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a wonderful basis, because I imagine that helps create a trust with those people. Do you think that's a good place to start? If you can create that trust, then you can actually, everything from there, you can give information, you can give the support, things can move in a forward direction for those people.
Yeah, it is important, because obviously people would want to be talking to someone that, feel comfortable talking to someone, and as you say, have that trust. So I think it is a good start, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, I think you could put anybody at ease, so that's a wonderful thing, because it does help for people to feel they can trust someone, they can talk to you about it, and then they can find out any information or support that they might need, because nobody's need is the same as another.
Exactly, everyone's different, yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely approach for them.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen tomorrow on Purple Day?
It'd be awesome to see whoever wants to get involved.
How could we get involved?
Well, you can do anything that's just using purple, really. Purple have a morning tea at work or a lunch.
That's a good idea.
Bake purple things, have a purple food theme, paint yourself purple, face paint, that kind of thing.
Well, then I've got to ask the question. I mean, I love purple myself as a colour. Why did that colour get chosen? Any particular reason?
Well, I think because Purple Day was founded by a young girl overseas, Cassidy Megan, in 2008, and apparently she chose purple because in some cultures it's associated with solitude, and that represents sort of the feelings of isolation that a lot of people living with epilepsy may often feel, and I think Cassidy wanted to let people realise they're not alone.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. What a nice meaning.
Yeah, and it's a nice bright colour, which I think is really cool too. So.
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that all schools will dress up in purple and just highlight it. For people who don't know, they can go, well, why are they wearing purple, and find out more about it.
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll get that understanding and awareness happening that you're looking for. And I'm sure the whole, Epilepsy New Zealand is looking for that also.
Yes, yeah.
So that's really wonderful, and I'm sure that you'll offer a lot to them and to the community. It's great to have you in the community doing that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck with Purple Day.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. After the break, we're going to meet an amazing artist. Stay right there.
Tomorrow Today is your science program, presenting a comprehensive overview of the latest trends in science and research. Tomorrow Today, Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m, right here on CTV.
Is this your year to upgrade your existing interior? Then head into Bathroom and Flooring Warehouse for the latest styles in European vanities, showers and baths, all at affordable prices. Bathroom and Flooring Warehouse also stock a large selection of carpets and vinyl for all your flooring needs. To view our full range, head into 159 Waterloo Road, Hornby, or visit bathroomandflooring.co.nz.
Christchurch has its very own enchanted utopia, the Hitching Post. Pop in and see for yourself. A magical assortment of handmade creations, custom-made candles and artwork. Choose from our huge range of water features, garden art and imported giftware. Specialists in handcrafted metal artwork made in store. Nestled on 722 Marshlands Road. The Hitching Post, defining art our way.
Are you looking for more from your local channel? CTV are online. Our latest listings, on-demand shows, program information, all on the CTV website. We'll see you there.
The world has a great deal to tell. Journalists from across the world report on their home nations and the experiences of the people who live there. World Stories.
If I said to you, you're about to meet somebody who is not just an artist, an amazing artist, does not have the most amazing ethics, has the most brilliant ethics, is actually, you've just become a bit of a businessman as well, and you managed to score an incredible funding, and you weren't even in the age group for it. This is Henry Turner. He's the great artist I'm speaking of. And I think you might have been surprised that I said you were a businessman, but should I tell you why I said that? Because I know that you're selling your designs on your T-shirts, and it's not, the proceeds aren't going to you, are they? They're actually for something else.
No, I'm donating the proceeds to buy ultra-efficient gas-powered stoat traps to place in others' paths to assist the birds there. Because there's going to be a huge seeding of the beech trees coming, and the stoat populations are going to explode, so that needs to be controlled, or we're looking at extinctions.
Wow. Yeah, sorry, how old are you, Henry?
I'm I'm 14 at the moment.
You're 14 at the moment, exactly. Yes. And you're already thinking, I think your values are amazing, because I know you love birds, don't you?
Yes, yes.
But you're not just thinking how I love birds, you're thinking how can I help birds? So you design that T-shirt.
Yes.
Can we just have a look at the design, because that's actually stunning.
Yes, I was doing some studies of bird skulls at the Museum of Canterbury. So this is done in fine pen.
That is exquisite, and the detail, that's amazing. Did you just observe the skulls, or did you take a photo?
Well, I took some pictures as well, but I never find it's quite as effective then with photographs.
You would rather just observe?
Yes, yes.
I love that. And is this, actually, sorry, can we just look at these amazing pictures? Because what I was actually wanting to ask you about was the fact that the funding you got to go to, is this right, you went to sub-Antarctic islands?
Yes.
And you got some funding from a scholarship, the Enderby Trust Scholarship. But usually the age cut-off is 18 years old, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
And they said, no, you can apply. Why did they say that to you?
Well, it wasn't that they let me apply. It, I wrote an application and dropped it in, and it was decided that I would proceed to the islands in, the time was a week at that point.
Really? So you
didn't have much time to prepare, no.
And they said to you, it doesn't matter that you're not 18. That's how we usually take 18-year-olds. Did they have a look at your work and say,
yes,
this is fantastic?
Yes, I brought it on my work body at the time.
Could we have a little look at that? And tell us about them. Like, gosh, you just suddenly had to pack a bag and off you went.
Yes, yes. This is the South Island Kokako. I'm calling this one the Grey Ghost, because that's the name of the trust which is committed to trying to find the last few individuals which are believed to be in the wild. It's been classed from extinct to data deficient, but it is in all probability extinct, and if so, it would be a great tragedy for New Zealand, but the search continues at the moment. Now this one...
I'll hold that for you if you like.
Thank you. This one is the New Zealand little grebe, which is declining. It's only native to the North Island. I mean, this is a territorial display of theirs. Other grebes can stand upright, just using their legs. Their legs are positioned there, so it makes walking nigh on impossible.
Wow!
They spend all their time on the water. Their chicks are never on land. They're either on their parents' back or in the water.
Gosh, and you can tell that you've really studied them, because the detail in your pictures are just amazing. Do you just love watching them for hours and hours?
Yes, yes. Those ones are hard to find because they're quite rare, even on the lakes where they're found.
Wow.
And this is the stitch bird, which is famously one of the rarer birds in New Zealand. The only wild population is very small. It's on a small island in the Hauraki Gulf, its little barrier. And the male is a spectacular bird. It's utterly spectacular. And this one went completely extinct on the mainland due to habitat loss, and above all the stoat. Stoats are the Formula 1 predators. They can raise a huge number of young, and they can reproduce very, very, very fast.
Gosh, they sound like, I mean, they're just pests, and they do such damage.
They certainly are.
Henry, can I ask you, sorry to interrupt, but can I ask you, what's your favourite bird?
That's what I'd have to say would be whatever I was drawing at the time.
Fair enough. Your knowledge is amazing. I feel like calling you Professor Henry, and I love your point of view. Now, let's see what you think of this one.
Were any bus services unaffected by the quakes?
The district lines, Tarangia and Lincoln, were less affected, but everybody was disrupted to some extent. I mean, in some cases the passengers weren't there, in other cases the bridges weren't there, and roadworks, etc., etc. So it varied from place to place.
But still pretty much across the board.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, 3 years on, which services are performing better? Are there some standout services?
Well, the Orbiter, that bright idea by someone some years ago, is working very, very well. And there are some traffic congestion issues which are getting in the way of that, but numbers continue to grow on the Orbiter. And also the first part of the hubs and spokes, the blue line, that's going well. So from Northland into the city, the passenger numbers are going well. That's good.
You refer to hub and spoke. What does that actually mean in plain English?
Yes. So I think the important thing to remember, it's hubs and spokes. And so we have the hubs and what they call the key attractors. You might think of as malls, but it's not just the malls. It might be Pioneer Stadium or something like that. So those can be hubs, and then there's a central hub. So instead of having all the buses running into the central hub, we have them running to a series of hubs out in the suburbs, and then spokes feeding from those hubs into the central hub. And it's a system that's taken a bit of courage to think about and to install, but I'm pretty confident that it's working well, and the future planning for extension of it will work as well.
What are the benefits, if any, for passengers from a hub and spoke model?
The frequency, particularly the frequency and of lines and the run from Northlands to the city is one that I experience. Mostly on my bicycle, I see the blue line going past, I should say. But so the frequency of that run and the fewer buses, so less congestion. And then, so instead of having a wall of buses going down, say, Papanui Road, we've got just buses every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes. And so the passengers can rely on that trip frequently and on time. So that's the advantage to them.
Is reliability, though, an issue in the post-kind of quake environment? Because obviously there are a lot of roadworks going on, and Skirt did say that 2014 would be the year of roadworks.
Yes.
So is that having a detrimental effect on passenger numbers, do you think, and on reliability?
Yes, I think it is to some extent, but it's something that the bus companies and the planners in ECAN work on daily, really. And then recently there's been the control, what they call the traffic control organisation, which is NZTA, Christchurch City and ECAN, and they are adjusting traffic lights and that sort of thing to enhance that. And they're taking the bus passenger into account when they do that. So it's helping. But certainly we'll be pleased to see the end of the significant roadworks.